Hello there everyone, hi, I'm Pete, this is Retrain Pain. Welcome back to our next little lesson, and I want to take you through today is how our nervous system works, okay? And I'm going to do this in the form of a tree. Okay, so, trusty whiteboard, and I'm going to draw you a picture, okay? Because today I wanted to try something a little bit different, a little bit more interesting, hopefully. Okay, so a tree. Let's start with the ground. Okay, trees need ground to grow, and they start off as a tiny little acorn or seed that goes in the ground. And from that seed, we start to grow roots. These are big roots at the moment, okay? And they all cross over and interweave with each other all over the place. Okay, they're providing a nice anchor for our tree, and they're pulling up nutrients from the soil, water, etc. Okay, and I've got a visitor from the dog. Okay, and over time the tree grows, and there's our tree. Okay, trees also have leaves. Okay, we're going to draw a Christmas tree as it's that time of year right now. Okay, nice big triangular tree. Okay, and our tree has branches with leaves, and these all intertwine as well. Okay, creating a nice thick canopy of leaves with all our little squirrels living in there and birds, etc. Okay, I'll just draw a few more branches there. Just okay. Excuse the sound effects, that's what I do when I'm doing stuff. I feel like Tony Hart right now. Okay, so there's our tree. Leaves, everything's interwoven, all tangled up. Okay, but we have this nice tree with all of our stuff going on in there. Okay, right. Now what I'm going to do with this tree is flip her upside down. Okay. I'm going to draw a few more lines on it now, okay, to make it a little bit more human. So, we're going to draw a nice big circle around there. A little eye, nose, and mouth. We'll draw our vertebral column up the tree. Okay, so that's our spine. And then we have a few more branches going in here. Okay, not too many leaves on those. Okay, and these branches all come out along the spine. So let's stick some arms and legs on our little guy here. Okay, he's from Norfolk. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool, and a couple of legs. Okay, and some basic feet. Okay, can't see the feet anyway. Okay, the feet are down there. Okay, so our little guy here has pain in his ankle. Ouch. Okay, pain down there. Okay. Okay, pain. So for a message of pain to be received, we need to send a message all the way back up our leg into that branch, all the way up through the spinal cord and into the brain. Pain is received. Ow, my ankle hurts. Okay. But what could happen? And the reason for that pain might not be obvious, okay? Because our tree is fully intertwined and our brain is really intertwined and interconnected, okay? The actual reason for that pain in the ankle might not be so obvious. Now, along this pathway, we've got this branch. Now, this branch might go off in many, many different directions, okay? So we've got this pathway. Now this bit might go down to a muscle in your upper leg. This branch might go off to some sort of organ or gland. Now these muscles or organs or glands are on the same pathway as the pain, as the source of pain or the apparent source of pain. So they could be closely interwoven with that site of pain. Okay. Until you are able to look at everything along this line you may not clear up the pain. You might be able to deal with this with ice, rest, rehabilitation, strengthening of that area. But unless everything on that pathway is also clear and free of injury, then that injury will never quite go away. So this is what I find with chronic pain a lot. Okay, so people have chronic back pain, chronic ankle, knee, hip soreness, wherever it may be. Doesn't really matter. Okay, we're looking at anything that is linked to this guy along that pathway to that ankle, that site of pain, that could be involved. And there could literally be anything in your body. There might be some muscle up here, some muscle up in your shoulder. You can't read any of this, okay, but some muscle, that's what that says, up here, that is not working correctly. And that goes along there and interlinks with that pathway. So your problem down here might be a problem in this area, but it might also be a problem somewhere else entirely. The message I talked about in the last video I did, okay, we had the brainstem, we've got the thalamus, and we've got the frontal cortex and the parietal cortex and the occipital lobe and the temporal lobe, and underneath all of that we've got the limbic system, balance, okay, we've got the cerebellum back here. Okay. This message passes through many of these areas of the brain. The message out from the brain comes from the frontal cortex, goes out through the brainstem, into the cerebellum and out to the body, and we move the ankle and the ankle hurts. The ankle sends a message back saying, I hurt. Message comes back, up through the brainstem, up through the spinal cord, interwoven with any other messages that are coming back along the same pathway, and comes back into the cerebellum, up through the brainstem and into the parietal cortex and the sensory cortex, which tells you you're in pain. This hurts here. So, bear that in mind when you're injured. If you're in chronic pain, if you're only concerned about where your pain is, say in your ankle, okay, down here, okay, out of shot, okay, because I've been drawing down here, then that problem might never, ever, ever go away. Because we need to deal with this, we need to deal with this, we might need to deal with this, and we might need to deal with the messages coming to and from up here. That's where I come in. With the Amen system, I'm able to say, yes, that hurts, but what else is involved? By using our 86 billion neurons, I'll write that one up there, okay? 86 billion, okay, it's backwards, okay, so you can't read it very well. Neurons up in here that are sending and receiving all of our communications 100% of the time, all day, every day. We can ask him, or her, okay, depending on what you call your brain, what's wrong? What is wrong on this pathway? What is wrong on another pathway where you might have another chronic condition? Okay. I have the ability to check that. I also have the ability to change that. So if that's something that you're interested in, you have chronic pain or an injury that you haven't dealt with from many, many years ago, or even many months ago, or even last week, I can most likely fix it by using this and the testing system that I go through.